So this lesson is on exploded view diagrams. An exploded view diagram is something that would show the relationship or order that you would put the parts together to make a bigger object. When I think of an exploded view diagram, it's something that you might see if you are assembling something like bookshelves. Like if you went to Walmart or Canadian Tire and you bought bookshelves in a box, you often get a bunch of pieces and you get an instruction manual that would have an exploded view diagram, and that sort of thing is there so that you can kind of see not only how the pieces kind of go together, but what the object is going to look like in the end once it is put together. So that's kind of what an exploded view diagram is. So what this is asking us to do in the first example is to draw an exploded view diagram of the stool and label the parts. So what kind of parts do we have here? Well, when we take a look at the stool, we obviously have where you sit, so it's probably the seat, right? That's the seat. Then we have four legs right here. What do you think these things are? We could probably call them braces or maybe sides, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to draw an exploded view diagram of this. So, okay, first we'll draw the seat. So we just have to draw something that kind of resembles an oval. And something like this, like this. Okay, and I'll just call this the seat. And then we will have the four legs. So here's a leg. Here's a leg. Here's a leg. I don't know, maybe I'll put one over here. Here's a leg. And we'll put legs. I'll label these two, and then I'll put legs and label those two. Okay. And then we have the connectors or the sides. So I'll put this one maybe here. That would connect these two. And then maybe over here, we'll put one that would connect these two. And then over here, we'll put this one over here that would connect these two. And I don't know, maybe we'll even just put one out here for the last two there. So sides. And sides. There we go. Often when you look at an exploded view diagram, it'll be in various steps. And it'll show you what the diagram looks like after you assemble one part to another part, and then another part to another part, and then so on and so on. So especially if you're putting together something a little bit more complicated or with lots of different parts, or lots of screws or whatever, it can kind of be a little confusing sometimes to look at diagrams that are really big, or like a sequence of diagrams, because if there's lots of stuff going on in a diagram, you're looking at one diagram and then you're looking at like the next diagram and you're thinking, well, what's different? What happened here in order to get from this diagram to the next? Okay. So, all right. Now, let's do another one here. Nicole buys a table. The box has instructions and includes this exploded view, which we have over here. She wants to put the table together, make an isometric drawing of what the table will look like when it's put together. So it started for us, okay, which is nice, and we're just going to complete it. All right. So, we don't exactly see the size of everything, so it's a little bit of a judgment call. We will need to go ahead and add all sorts of things here. So we should probably finish these legs that are here. So let's see if we can do that here. And do this with a ruler if you can, just because you're going to get a better result. Actually, maybe I will try and use my ruler even though it won't be 100% even. It'll still be better than not using it. Oops. Maybe it won't be. No, need to go further to the next one. There we go. There we go. There we go. I suppose I could probably go a little bit more like this and like this. So I'll grab my eraser. There we go. Oh. There we go. Good. Now we'll need to draw out maybe the front-ish of this thing. Let's see here. So we go out. It's a judgment call how big you want to make this. You want to make it big enough, but not so big that it's going to be a monster to draw, or that you're going to run out of space. And now we'll go probably down from here. No, it's gonna go just maybe a bit above that. Maybe like here or so. The top of it's probably the easiest part, because there's not much going on the top other than it being a top. Although that didn't look good, I gotta try and fix that. No, actually, let's see here. We go like this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it off a bit there. There we go, that's better. Perfect. And we do something like this. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. This. Or, what do I want? No, actually, I think I want to go a little further down. My bad. And then this. This. And then good. All right. So we got 3 legs done. Now we gotta worry about that 4th leg somewhere. Probably like right here. Have it come down. Come down. There we go. And well, maybe that's too far. No, I don't think so. Unless, well, actually, it should be more lined up with this one. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. Or, no, that's just the bottom, so maybe it's further. Oh, probably like this. Gotta draw on that bottom shelf, and that's gonna pose some issues. There we go. But we want to try and keep the same kind of design for the legs. There we go. And, oh, no. Let's go stop there. And now we're going to draw in the bottom part going this way. Parallel to the other ones going the top part of the table. There we go. And just change this a bit. And there we go. Now we just have to figure out this part here. Go into that area. Oh. is not perfect, but not bad, I guess. I'll clean up a couple parts here that seem to have gotten on here somehow. There we go. Right, so there's our isometric drawing of our table. All right. All right, one more example. Mervyn builds a birdhouse in woodworking class. He uses this exploded view to build the birdhouse. Make a 1-point perspective drawing of the birdhouse from the front. So, pretty obvious where the front is, but just in case you're not sure, the front would be right here. That would be where the bird would go inside the house and get the food. So we gotta draw the front of the birdhouse and then draw a 1-point perspective drawing of that. So maybe that's too high because we gotta go do 1-point perspective. So all right, there we go. So when you're drawing this out, the size of it might look a touch different than what I'm drawing here. The size of it's not really important as long as you capture the key elements of the drawing. Actually, this is impossible to with the ruler for me apparently. So there we go. There we go. You want to do a little circle up here, and you want to have the little front thing there, the ledge or whatever it is. Okay, so now once you've drawn the front of that birdhouse, then you're going to draw your horizon line and pick your point of perspective. And you can make it however you want, just like we did yesterday. So there we go. And draw your, it's only going to be a couple lines actually to that point. And then we just have to decide where our cutoff line could go. That's our cutoff line. Then what we'll need to do is we'll need to draw a line that's parallel. So that would be like right here. And right there. And then just go ahead and erase all the other stuff. So that you have that nice birdhouse with 1-point perspective. All right, so there we go. There's our birdhouse with 1-point perspective.